In the heart of Beverly Hills, the renowned luxury restaurant Lumiere buzzed with the quiet symphony of clinking glasses and hushed conversation. The evening seemed like any other until a casually dressed man slipped through the doors, drawing little attention from the well-heeled clientele. That man was Keanu Reeves, though few recognized him in his understated attire. Ashley, a waitress known for her sharp tongue and rigid standards, eyed Keanu with thinly veiled disdain. She approached his table, her posture stiff, her smile forced. "I'm just a little curious," she said, her tone dripping with condescension. "Have you ever had a dish like this before?" The question wasn't innocent. It was a subtle jab meant to highlight his apparent lack of belonging in such an exclusive place. Throughout the evening, Ashley's attitude grew more blatant. When she brought his main course, she placed it on the table with unnecessary force and muttered, "Here's your order. If you don't like it, we can always adjust to something more affordable." Keanu's gentle reply, "It looks excellent. Thank you," caught her off guard, but she dismissed him, venting to a colleague at the bar about how people like that don't belong here. Her coworker, uneasy, suggested, "Maybe he just wants dinner, Ashley. Shouldn't we treat him like anyone else?" But Ashley scoffed, convinced of her own judgment. As the meal progressed, other patrons began to notice Ashley's behavior. Whispers rippled through the dining room, and an elderly couple quietly remarked that her conduct had gone too far. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. The restaurant's manager, a dignified man in a tailored suit, entered the main hall. The moment he saw Keanu, his expression changed from routine professionalism to startled recognition. He hurried over, ignoring Ashley, and greeted Keanu warmly. "Mr. Reeves, I wasn't aware you'd be joining us tonight. Please let me know how I can make your experience more enjoyable." The room fell silent as realization dawned. Keanu Reeves was not just a guest, but one of Lumiere's owners, having purchased the restaurant in secret 6 months prior. Ashley's face drained of color. She stammered, searching for words, but found none that could excuse her actions. The manager, his disappointment palpable, turned to her and spoke quietly but firmly. "You think a customer doesn't deserve respect just because of their appearance?" Ashley's grip on her tray tightened, her mind racing for a justification that would never come. Her voice, once so confident, now wavered as she tried to defend herself. "I didn't mean it like that. I just thought this place had certain standards. I only wanted to protect Lumiere's image." But her excuses rang hollow in the tense silence. Keanu finally stood, his presence commanding attention without a hint of anger. He addressed the staff and guests alike, his voice calm and resolute. "You don't have to be famous to be treated with kindness." The words hung in the air, heavier than any reprimand. The lesson was clear. Respect and dignity are owed to all, regardless of status or appearance. Ashley, humbled and shaken, realized the magnitude of her mistake. She apologized, her words sincere but her confidence shattered. Keanu, true to his reputation for humility and grace, accepted her apology without further humiliation. He emphasized that Lumiere should be a place where everyone, regardless of wealth or fame, is treated with respect. The staff and patrons, moved by his response, reflected on their own attitudes, and the restaurant's culture began to shift that very night. In the aftermath, Ashley resolved to change, understanding that true standards are measured not by exclusivity, but by kindness. Lumiere, once a symbol of luxury, became known as a place where humanity mattered most. A transformation sparked by one unforgettable evening and the quiet strength of its unassuming owner.